Hey gang, welcome back to episode 2. I think I realized the volume the not me, but the game itself was pretty low in episode 1. I didn't even notice that during my recording, so I'm gonna go ahead and bump that up a little bit so we can hear the people talk more. Hopefully my mic, I know I had some little mic issues, so if you heard anything like me breathing or shit through the video, forgive me. Let's jump on into episode 2. We already went through what everyone thinks of us. As you can see, I'm pretty positive. It's looking like this game's gonna be pretty short. I don't know. So it looks like we only follow 2 people, Jara and Carter, as of right now. So let's see how this goes.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
I might have been in episode 1. I said that she was a particular race. I may have been wrong. She does look like a not Cardassian. Shit, I can't remember who I said. All right, let's see. There's got to be stuff in here to interact with.
I can't believe he keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
Hey, man.
The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered. Always was the nostalgic type. Can't wait to plot a course myself. Just a sip of something.
I don't know.
Decisions.
I don't know what I think. I already picked that.
Bractigino.
What is a Raptogino?
That sure has a kick.
Can you imagine a world like that?
Jara Rydek.
I hope I wasn't
Last
supposed
time
to
I
read
saw
something
you,
on
it was
the desk.
graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare. But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
You can spare me the pomp and circumstance. There's plenty of work to be done without all that.
You always had a work ethic like nothing I'd ever seen. That's just what this ship needs at the moment. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage.
Damn.
But not nearly as much as the crew.
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident, really. We were on the verge
probably
of a
should have said
major
that.
scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer.
Especially because they
faster than we
told
ever
me
dreamed.
earlier.
What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship
I
could
shouldn't
handle.
think it was a malfunction.
It was heartbreaking.
Fuck.
We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make. And I have to live with the consequences.
You have to look to the future. You can't dwell on the past, on things you can't change.
There's nothing that can be done about it now. In my defense, I will say, we might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action,
remember that.
I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
The final decision is yours. You can rely on me.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Alright, it looks like
At
a
the
solid
end of the day,
respect.
it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater.
Damn.
But the diplomat will brief us on the details at the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst.
Oh boy.
There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work,
Let's see how
you
this
have my
goes.
promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Let's do this. So there's only one choice so far that I don't really think I did well. Probably say it was a malfunction instead of saying accident, because the guy said earlier you know, accident means fault. I think that was a hiccup, but outside of that,
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
oh, okay,
What
so
he
this is
lacks in
that was the
humility
risk
more
that I
than makes up
mistake her
in
for.
ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our chief science officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular
Let's
basis.
look like an
Pleasure.
asshole.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
Damn,
This is our
she
tactical officer,
she
Lieutenant
is.
Bedrosian.
in her face.
Been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time,
We got a
and I
fan.
look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves.
All right, girl.
And you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
All right, let's.
You really do know a thing or two about me. I'm glad I could inspire you, but it's important to chart your own path.
Thanks. You can count on it.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous.
We gotta go back to the other
The
guy
bridge
and do the
is yours.
spacewalk. Captain on the bridge. Alright, I think we could probably walk around and talk to some people.
Operations, staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
And then introduce this girl over here.
The Helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do. Science Station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
I can tell he gonna be problems already. Let me see, do we get... Oh, we didn't tap over here. I guess those people aren't really important, per se.
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
Like how she just randomly clicking on something. Let's see. Communications.
Communications.
We didn't get introduced to her.
Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels. So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility.
Hey. Yeah, that don't want to interact. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into chair.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Mission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
There we go.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great, let's get to that emitter.
Pretty cool that they have to walk and, like, you know, you gotta
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
Yeah, of course I do. Starfleet's an open door. We just have to walk through it. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander
Hey, that was a good
Chova.
response, yo.
We are at the Sif emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Alright, hopefully I don't fuck this up.
Beginning recalibration.
I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do.
Looks good. That
Alright,
wasn't so hard.
I don't know about that shit. I think I fucked it up. Did I fuck it up?
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
The fuck is his problem?
Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
Okay.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer. I'm curious, though. A Koblion, or half in your case,
He's
is
jealous.
an odd choice for first officer,
Cause he didn't get
given your
promoted.
vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah, thanks for your
That's
concern.
very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well,
Bitch ass.
I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious, that's all. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander
Bitch.
Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me
hey.
give you an update on this ion
It didn't
storm
come
we're
on
flying
green,
into.
so-
It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
I definitely fucked up that thing.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Fuck.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Red alert!
Aye.
Damn. Imagine you get a red alert while you docked.
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
What about the people on the fucking
Putting
deck?
sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave.
Oh shit.
You have to believe me.
We only get...
Fuck! Oh my god! Woo! Jeez. Woo. This is a tough one.
one shot at this.
Oh.
We can't afford to get it wrong.
Let's do defect
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Commander Westbrook, use the deflector dish.
Already working on it. Optimal timing displayed. It's going to be tight.
Good. Send the pulse on my command.
She's gonna be mad at me.
Now.
We got it!
Whew. I must
This is
panic
it.
and push it too early.
All hands, brace for impact.
Oh! I hope those people on the roof are good. It would suck if they aren't because I didn't put the shields up.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma,
Damn.
forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
It can blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Lord of mercy. A little more.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
So do I guess you have
Heads
to.
up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Yeah. Was it set to
So we
start?
gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
At least you're participating.
We're almost to the regulator.
at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Trying, man. We're trying.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Alright, what? Move.
The EPS lines to the port warp engine are
That was
back
a
in
total
balance.
guess.
Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
Need to hurry the fuck up. Sweet Jesus. Oh my God. Looked away for 2 seconds. Retry in story mode. What's the... What?
Down! Diaz to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Shit.
Resolute. The remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest way
people
to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead.
Fuck.
Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Oh my God. Oh, this thing giving me.
Jara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Fuck. You gotta blow
We're
the
going
bolt.
to blow the bolts. Starbase, stand by. We'll warn our crew to take cover.
Get it done, Rydek.
We're doing it, man. Jesus Christ, bitch.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, you have more micro debris incoming. Find cover.
Cover? Neely, get under the access panel. It's armored with duranium.
But what about you?
Maybe we can both fit behind this. They've blown the other docking clamp. Hurry!
Sweet Jesus, thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Did I not get it? Thank God this girl here.
Look out!
Oh my God, she gone.
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Go in there now. I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Hurry up!
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
You just saved my neck 2 minutes ago!
No time to fight me on this. Get in there!
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Shit. Oh, he cooked. Does it matter if he goes first or last? Like, I wonder.
We made it.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
All right, we're gonna put a cut right here. Price of duty is the new one. We're gonna put a cut right here, guys. Appreciate it. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Let's see what everybody's saying. So, customers, please, our followers are the blue dots. Okay. Alright. Admire instincts to protect the crew and the starbase ordered her to disengage the docking clamps, and she also thought highly of Jara's efforts to explain the complexity of the situation to Carrot. Okay. And she was disappointed that when And she was disappointed when Yara followed Captain Solano's orders and put the crew. Well, it was either that or jettison them into space. Alright, let's see Carter. Oh, nothing new for him. Well, except for that one. Alright, guys. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. This game is pretty good. And looking forward to keep playing it. I think it probably is going to be short. We haven't even left the fucking starbase yet. That's just crazy. As always, be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Be safe out there. Peace.